presented at Gamescom in Germany?
No, because we didn't leave ourselves enough money to buy an airplane ticket. We put it all on the screen.
Flowers.
Someone asked, Jordan, what's next for Crimson Skies?
Well, I'd love to do Crimson Skies. And we are talking to Microsoft. We'll see if we can work something out with them. As Chris well knows, you sell companies and with them go properties. So it's owned lock, stock, and barrel by Microsoft. But we're talking to them, and if we work something out, I'd love to do it. It's one of my three favorite universes.
I think the one I didn't, because they did a deal with you on MechWarrior, right? So.
Yeah, so we were able to work on put MechWarrior together, which resulted in MechWarrior Online, and we were able to put together a deal on Shadowrun. So that's where our effort here is on Shadowrun, and we're talking about Crimson. We'll see where that goes.
Okay. Well, that would be cool. That would be very cool.
Yeah, it's a fun universe.
What else we got? No?
Is it just the chat roles being the chat role?
Yeah, the chat role's being the chat role.
Okay. No, we got it because we've got on our site. We've got like a live chat role, and they can get occasionally fairly punchy. I think they're asking you the difference. What was it? What would win in a battle between a taco or a grilled cheese?
Between a taco and a grilled cheese?
Yeah.
It's been a topic of much debate.
Yeah. I'm not necessarily saying the quality of the questions is great.
Right. It's a 24-hour thing. How long can they keep up great questions over 24 hours? Well, I think the cheese would have kind of the capture factor, right? You could slow the opponent down with the melted cheese, but I think the diversity of projectiles from the taco would win.
All right, well, that's an outstanding answer.
Outstanding.
And Toast says grilled cheese.
So, Chris, what we should get back to is doing a Renegade Legion game one day.
I know. I think people don't. I guess people don't realize, but actually, when I was doing originally I was going to do Wing Commander, and I was doing research, and originally Wing Commander wasn't going to be what it ended up being, which was sort of first-person 3D. It was going to be sort of top-down and bigger ship, more capital ship combat, and I developed this routine that basically could take a sprite and rotate it in any angle and could scale it. And I was doing a bunch of research, and I was sort of like looking at stuff, reading, I always get all the, like in the old days especially, I would get all the pen and paper games, so Traveller, which I used to play, and then there was all the FASA Renegade Legion stuff, which was super cool. And I think at some point I was starting to think, I just think it's more fun flying space fighters than it is flying big capital ships. And Renegade Legion was one of the inspirations behind that, besides obviously things like Star Wars and Battlestar Galactica. And I actually had I had all the Renegade Legion things, and I think at some point I was chatting to you about doing a Renegade Legion game many years.
Many years ago. Yeah, I think and SSI had just bought the rights like a month or two before you called me.
No, and and Renegade Legion sort of got a slightly it's based on the Roman Empire essentially. So as is Star Citizen is sort of modeled after the decline of the Roman Empire. The UEE what we have is sort of a model of the proxies, the Roman Empire in decline before it splits into the East and West empires. So it's a very cool furtive area to set. I always like taking a historical precedent and sort of modeling a sort of future world or event that's inspired by sort of past history.
Yeah, so you and I are the same there. All of my titles, from Crimson to BattleTech to Shadowrun are all start as history and move from there.
Yeah, no, definitely. Obviously Wing Commander was World War II in the Pacific, and Kilrathi are the Imperial Japanese, and Federation's the U.S. Navy.
Here's a decent question.
Okay, a decent question.
In BattleTech, what is your favorite mech?
That's a good one.
Yeah, it's like which is your favorite child? You're my favorite middle child. Anyway,
I won't admit it.
I guess I.
How about one from each weight class?
Well, I was gonna say the one. I think the the ones that hold a special place for me, there's thousands of them, but the ones that probably hold the most special place for me are the ones that we developed originally for the clans, Mad Cat and that ilk, Loki, Mad Cat, bunch of others, and that because they were the first that we kind of realized in 3D and brought to life on screen. So we had to solve all sorts of interesting problems back in those days about how to be able to do animated 3D objects before there was such thing as 3D. So I think the problem solving made the construction of those more interesting to me than the earlier ones where we could just draw anything on a piece of paper and assume it worked.
Hang on, Jordan. We seem to be losing you.
Really
You're breaking
interested
up.
in everything I'm sure he's saying right now.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Can you still hear
This is
us?
probably the best part.
Did we lose you?
You missed all that brilliant stuff.
I think we lost
It
you.
can
man.
never be reproduced.
Yeah. We're getting an eighth of every word.
Let me just pause this.
I was saying that stuff.
Okay, we're kind of paused on the stream, so
I'm not getting internet.
you're
I'm
not
not
getting
getting
internet.
internet either. I think we just went down.
Yeah. Dude, we talking about Mech Warrior, one of like the games.
You guys back up?
Oh, wait.
Hey.
Fight and stay alive.
Oh, now you're down.